Hi all, Adie here from Hans & Johns. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Today is more of a jaunt than it is a hunt. I'm at this place called Chilworth Gunpowder Mills, and they first started making gunpowder here apparently in the 1600s. I've picked up a leaflet. It is now a heritage trail, so there's some leaflets in there. I think this was the old gatehouse maybe. Who knows, but yeah, let's figure it out as we go along. I say I haven't done much research, apart from I thought it'd be really interesting, somewhere different to go. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I'm sure I've just heard thunder. The Gunpowder Heritage Trail. So in 1626, the East India Company established the gunpowder mills, and it's quite good because they've got QR codes here, so you can scan them en route. See if there's anything interesting. Looks like it's completely abandoned. Probably can't see from the reflection. Not much going on there. The map's really good actually. Can you see it? And it's got like letters, and down here you have these posts and they have got a QR code, so if you want to do it that way you can do it, but it's got like EM, so we look at EM and on the map if I can find it. This building is the expense magazine, and it's stored materials between each stage of the manufacturing. Oh dear guys. It's quite apt that there seems to be explosions in the background, isn't it? But that's thunder. And we've got another information point here, and I can check that sign on the map, and it says the conical blocks mark the World War II home defence line protecting London from a tank invasion. And then directly opposite, this one says CRH, the cornering house. Oh, maybe that's down here. Let's have a look. So the cornering house, or corning house, I beg your pardon, I said that incorrectly. So pressed powder was broken up and sorted into grain sizes. A spark from a hobnail boot caused an explosion in 1901, killing 6 men. Oh wow. That's really sad. This is quite interesting. I think it's haunted. Don't know if it is. I'll have to Google it later, but I didn't like it down there. Dark vibes. Is there more of those stones in there? Don't think so. I think it's a tree. Yeah, sometimes you just get vibes. I certainly do anyway. Can you hear that, guys? Oh my God. I think very apt, very apt. It looks like there's a ruin of some sort down here. This is the dusting house. Explosive dust removed from the granulated powder. The dust was collected and returned to the system. This building marks the end of the new cut. And I think when they say new cut, I think they're referring to where they did a cut in the river to make the water come down this way. Yep, very apt. The explosions in the background. I think that's okay. Coincidence, maybe. And then refer to one's map. Okay, I'm not sure what's down here. These down here are edge runner millstones. So they lie where an incorporating mill collapsed, and each of them weighs 3 tons. So I think that one's intact, but this one here is broken in two. So that's right, lads. This place is creepy. It really is creepy. I'm only staying in this bit here where the stones are because that thunder that I heard, which was very apt to have explosions, it's like Mother Nature. You know, I was like, oh, I'll give you some sound effects for your YouTube video. Okay, thanks. But it's raining, all jokes aside, so it's quite well sheltered in here, as I'm sure you can see. So I'm just trying to wait it out a little bit. I think it might have stopped actually, so we'll turn around and go back up here because I'm getting a bit creeped out. I don't know what it is. And I don't get creeped out easy. Though we've had a few little things happen as of late. Oh, that was good. That rain shower has moved on fairly quickly. In some of my other videos, I'm not sure if they're out yet, but we've had a couple of incidences. One of them, which I still don't know what happened, was in St Margaret's Church in Oakley, and something kind of went past. I don't really know what it was. And then I thought it was just me that had seen it, but my friend was with me, and yeah, he was like, yeah, I saw something, but I don't know what it was. But I don't think it's been picked up on camera. Yeah, very strange. So guys, there's the information point. The QR code, it's SM, so it's the Steam Incorporating Mills. It says 2 bedstones and the remains of the boiler chimney and a steam engine bed remain. There's chimney had a spark scrubber, and the worn millstones were stood on the side and covered in air to protect them from accidental blasts. Should we take a walk down here? Have to be very careful. So these must be the millstones that were stood on this side. If you come in here and you get creeped out easily, bring somebody with you. Or bring somebody like my husband, who's a total skeptic. So when I go, oh, I'm picking up vibes, he's like rolling his eyes at me. Because I don't freak myself out too much. And now we got some millstones here on the left. These are the millstones that gave them protection from accidental blasts. On to another information point. It says SB, and this was where there were swing bridges and they allowed punts to pass up the new cut. So it's swing bridges and they allowed punts to pass up the new cut. Now if you can see the stream down there, it is so overgrown and the water's running quite slow, but it's been very dry here lately, so I'm not surprised. So back on we go. Oh yeah, I wonder if that must be the remains of something to do with it. Maybe they went across that way. Information point W. So the wharf, so punts would have moored up to the wharf here to load and unload materials. There are also wharfs next to each of the expanse, or expense even, magazine. Oh, you can see there, look. The remains of the old wharf. Okay, on to the next one. We got another information point. This time it's BA. So it's a bridge abutment, the probable pack horse route from Blackheath. It connected the site to Guildford via the pack horse bridge on the north side of the site. Right, I just shot myself again. Thought there was something watching me over there. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Another marker point. So these are called the Chilworth mounds. These corrugated iron drums. So they were filled with earth and were placed to form blast mounds. They were designed to absorb the energy of explosions, and this method was adopted internationally. It's great they're still there, isn't it? I'm loving the snail over here. Oh wow, this place looks huge. Crikey. Thank God. This is such a good idea, this heritage trail thing, because I wouldn't have a clue. Okay, so it's got a picture of a ship. I want to check it out on my map. So this is the 1880s steam mills. Oh wow, crikey. Wow. Oh, again, made me jump to some birdies. So underfloor gear room is down here, and the blast-proof walls. That's all that remain. A raised wooden floor would have been across like that bit, where materials would have been taken in from the tramway. Each bay had a pair of iron edge running millstones mounted above the remaining engine bases. Wow. Oh, I wasn't expecting to be able to go down here. Wow. Just be careful on the steps. Full of debris. Wow, should we go right or left? Let's go left. So there would have been lightweight roofing on here, front screens that were designed to direct any blast away from the building and the machinery within. I bet you so many people died here. I am going to have a look on Google when I come home and find out some more information. So all I've got is this leaflet. I knew there were ruins here. Look out for the metal pulleys just below the roof line. Can we see any metal pulleys? Oh, that's original from the ceiling. The first rolled steel joists, which are these ones, in the UK were used in its construction. See Burback 1884. Well, guys, if this place isn't haunted, I'll eat my hat. Isn't that what they say, the expression? Because I'm sure I've just heard a voice. It's really creepy. I'm sure I just heard some men's voices. And they weren't people that were just walking past, so we're going out the side now. Lovely. And that's why you have to look where you're walking in these old places. Oh, I've just rolled my ankle. I was lucky I didn't go down, actually. Arse over tip. But anyway, I've got it on film, so I can send it in, can't I, to one of those shows where people make a tit of themselves. It's been a tough old place to work. More ruins over there. Yeah, but they didn't have any health and safety back then. Well, we know they didn't, did they? There's another set of stairs. Not sure if you can see. Back up. Somebody's put bits of wood there to go off exploring. This would have been great when you were a kid. I mean, it's really serene here, but it's not, if you know what I mean. It's serene surroundings, but totally convinced it's haunted. Still got some of the bolts down there. Oh, one up there as well, look. And on that note, I'm taking my leave. I'm getting out of here now because I've just heard something else and there's nobody else here. Sure, I just heard footsteps. There's nobody here. This is the last point of interest on the Heritage Trail, and this was the smokeless powder factory entrance, start of the upper works. And further upstream is the Admiralty cordite factory, but this is on private land with no access. And half of a World War II military roadblock remains intact. So I don't know if you can you see in there? Can you see this old gate? Well, that was the gate. That was the start of the upper works. So that's where they would have come down this road and then through the gates. I'm surprised it's not in a museum or something like that, isn't it? They're trying to preserve it a little bit more. I'm sure what that part is. If I was coming again, I would definitely come by train because the parking around here is literally non-existent. I think there's parking for 2 cars or something, which is quite extraordinary. I know there's another way in, Vera's Lane or something it's called, when I was trying to figure out how to get here. But I couldn't find it. I went up and down Shalford, the village, 2 or 3 times and I couldn't find it. And there's temporary traffic lights, so there was a huge amount of traffic, which was just stressing me out. I don't like it when I don't know where I'm going and there's nowhere to park. I don't know if it's just an age thing, because when you're young you don't worry about finding places to park, you just get on with it. There's loads of bugs everywhere. I'm not waving at anyone, although, yeah, I should be saying hello ghosties. Definitely haunted. I'm not even going to Google it here, because if I Google it and it is haunted and I'll start reading all these stories and then I'll be like, no, get me out of here even quicker, and then I'll fall over again. That was quite funny. Funny, my foot is killing me. But what was funny is, being the Egypt that I am, I went out to grab the grass, because that would really break my fall, wouldn't it? Yeah, the grass will save you. Right, so let's head back. That's all for now. I'm going to head back to the car. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, can you please like and subscribe and do all those things? I'm new to YouTube and I appreciate every single person that watches it. Even if one person watches my video, thank you to that one person. I hope you enjoyed coming along this heritage trail with me. And I shall see you all for the next one. Bye.